Alright, good evening everybody. The voice you are now listening to is Aether, and the dummy for the evening shall be Maddock. Yeah, that's right. Called you dummy. Anyway, today we're going to be discussing tracks and planes. Now, one thing you should know about tracks, it's really simple. If you want to make it even simpler, you can get two things, like two strings of rope that I'd say about 5 feet long, lay them next to your sides, and there you go. There are your tracks. They're going to be one track to your right, one track to your left. Simple as that. Easy as waving your hands back and forth. Now, the thing about planes is there are a lot of planes. There's one in front, which is the wall plane, which is the basis for things like butterflies, thread the needles, those kinds of things. The ones to your sides are the side planes. Simple as that. As well, and there's more than that, there's one above your head, which is the roof. It's kind of like being trapped inside a box, if you can picture that, because there's even a wall plane behind you. As seen there. There's also a floor plane that's not really emphasized ever, but it exists. And with that, you have tracks and planes. Alright, next on the list of things to look over, we're going to be discussing how to spin your poi, and there are multiple ways you can get used to it. There's an up and down motion, a side to side motion, a scooping motion, and then the reverse of the scooping to go backwards. All simple enough. Just spend time to work on those. Figure out which one's your feel. Personally, I prefer the scooping motion. It gives you more of a feel of which direction you're spinning and whatnot. Maddock, what's your preference?
I really like the scoop. Different times, just standard. Although side to side gives poi a really cool look to it, especially when you're doing, fire and LEDs.
Whatnot. Alright, after you figure out what's your preference on spinning, there is how to spin. There's forwards, same time. Forward split time. As you can see, there's one poi in front, one poi in the back at all times. Then there's backwards, same time. Then backward split time. Same thing as forwards, only backwards. Now, there's one more thing called counters time, where one poi is spinning forwards while the other is spinning backwards. When you look at it like this, it looks just like the trick called the butterfly, and that's how you know when you're doing it right. And then, that's pretty much all there is to it. Reverse it, where the other one's going forwards and the other one's going backwards. This is a good one to get used to, because there are some tricks that will require that motion. And basically all you gotta do is just take your time, get used to spinning forwards, backwards, same time, split time. They're all necessary. So don't think that, oh, the weaves are only counter time. Well, then let's do that for 5 days and never go back to same time. But then there are tricks like the butterfly and thread the needle, which require same time. The crossers as well are in same time. So just take some time, practice those, get used to how they feel, and then move on to the next video. Next on the list will be how your poi should feel when you're spinning. There's always a front, a back, and your sides. When you're facing the front, your poi should always be spinning forwards. Now the front doesn't have to be exactly the front. Like, don't take it literally. The front can be whatever you deem necessary is the front. Now, for all intents and purposes, Maddock's front will be the wall. That's his front. And when you're facing the front, you spin forwards. Now, if you pull a 180-degree turn and face the back, your poi automatically switch to spinning backwards. Now when you switch back, they're spinning forwards. Now, the direction they're spinning in doesn't change, but the perspective in which you're spinning them does. See to you, the audience, it seems that they're spinning the same direction. But while Maddox's spinning, to him, it's opposite. Get used to that, because every trick has a backwards version. And good luck.